Hey everyone, how are you? This is Danny Morel here at Intero Real Estate Services of Rancho Cucamonga, and today I'm going to talk about something very important for all of you that are out there thinking about possibly looking to rent or lease a home. Specifically, I'm going to spend some moments sharing with you a real-life scenario about the major differences between leasing and buying and why you should really consider buying in today's market. So a lot of people say, well, it's always better to, own a home because you're a homeowner and yada, yada, yada. And you never really get an actual example as to what the differences are. And that's what I thought I'd do. So I hopped into multiple listing services this morning and I started to look as if I was someone that wanted to lease a house. And let's just say I wanted to pay $1,400 a month. Okay, that's a nice little baseline. All right, so here's what I found. I found this house that you're looking at right now, as you can see, and I wish I wasn't making this up, but this is the honest to God truth. You can take a look. The house is so-so. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's 1,092 square feet. It's in a decent neighborhood, and I picked the city of Fontana. It's a local city here for this scenario. Okay, now, as we're looking at this house and we're looking at the property, here's what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about what the total move-in cost would be on a property like this, okay? You're probably going to have to put down first month's rent, $1,400. You're probably going to have to put down last month's rent, which is another $1,400. And you're probably going to have a $1,000 deposit in case you mess the house up. Oh, and by the way, remember, in most leases, and especially in this one, I did check, you cannot have any pets in this particular property, okay? So, just as a little refresher, we're dealing with a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, 1,092 square feet for $1,400 a month, total move-in, $3,800, and you're in a so-so neighborhood. Now what I want to do is I want to look at what you can buy if you were looking to pay right about the same amount of payment in the same area. $1,400 a month allows you the purchasing power of right about a sales price of $200,000. Okay, so what did we do? We went ahead and we looked in the multiple listing services, and obviously there was a bevy of homes that were for sale for $200,000. I happened to pick the one that I actually just listed on Caballero Court. As you take a look at the picture, obviously you can tell right away that the property is a lot newer. It's a 2-story home and it's a lot bigger. This property is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It has 1,774 square feet. Remember, the other one was only 1,100 square feet, so you're basically getting close to 700 square feet more of living space for your family. Okay, it's in a newer part of town. It's in a much nicer neighborhood. It's at the end of a cul-de-sac. And remember, you're the owner, so you can have whatever pets you want. I mean, you can't have like cheetahs or lions or anything like that, but you can have your dogs, your turtles, all that stuff, right? So the sales price on this deal, $200,000. Your payment is $1,400. Now, typically, for a standard FHA loan, you need 3.5% for your down payment, which is right about $7,000. But we have a special program going on right now. Believe it or not, we could help you move into a house just like this one for $1,000 flat. That's right. So in comparison, we're talking about $1,000 to move in to a much better house in a much better neighborhood, as opposed to $3,800 to move in to a smaller house in a worse neighborhood. Can you see the differences? So when you're looking at the scenarios and you're trying to decide out there right now, should I lease, should I buy, what should I be doing? Let's go over this. There's a couple of major differences. Number one, I wrote down, you're basically going to be making the same monthly payment, but you're going to get more house. Okay, and that's obviously a great reason to consider buying. Number two, you're going to be making the same monthly payment and you're going to be in a much better neighborhood. So now we're talking about a bigger house and a better neighborhood. Number three, based off the scenario and based off the programs that we have right now, a lower total move-in. Think about this. Instead of moving in with $3,800, you're moving in with $1,000. That's a $2,800 savings. What could you do with that? Maybe you could spruce the place up, so forth and so on. And number four, another very big important factor. Most of the times, depending on when we close your deal, when you buy a home, you don't have to make your first payment for a month to close to 2 months later. So that's another savings that you can put in your pocket. Last but not least, I think one of the best reasons is number five, the tax benefit. I want you to think about this for a second. The average tax bracket for a buyer that's trying to buy a house in the $200,000 price range is right about 25% federal, and 9.4% for the state, okay? Another point, the average deduction for a home in the $200,000 price range is right about $3,600 for the year, or if you break that down, $300 a month. Follow me here for a second. What does that mean? That basically means that after the government gives you your tax break for being a homeowner and subsidizes your payment really isn't $1,400. Your payment is $1,400 minus the $300 tax break. That means your payment is actually $1,100 a month, guys. So you're saving $300 a month. So now your payment is $1,100, and on top of that, when you're just getting started on your loan in the first couple of years, $200 a month on average is going to your principal. So when you think about this on a yearly basis, it's like you're putting $2,400 a year for your first couple of years into savings, and we know that that increases dramatically in the upcoming years. Guys, with all sincerity, right now is the best time to buy a house. Some of you are out there and you just finished doing a short sale, or maybe your credit is in the best scenario. That's okay. What I want you to do is give us a call, because we could put you on a step-by-step plan so that we can have you prepared to buy a home, be a homeowner, capitalize on these amazing low prices, and do it whenever you're ready. Once again, if you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, or maybe you just have a couple of questions about the real estate market in general, how much you can qualify for, so forth and so on, give the Danny Morel Real Estate Group a call today. Call us at the number featured below. We'd be happy to set up a consultation with you. And once again, we hope that this video brought you tremendous value. Share it with all of your friends. Thanks so much.